welcome to another class of computer lessons. So today we are going to learn about our second chapter, that is wireless and cloud technology. So our second chapter name is wireless and cloud technology. In our previous class we have learned our first chapter, that is about computer network and advantages of computer network, then types of network, then wireless communication and wired communication. Right? So today our topic is wireless technology. Then what do you mean by wireless technology? We know it is a technology that allows us to communicate without using any type of wires or cables. Once again, wireless technology means it is a technology that allows us to communicate to other devices or people without using any type of wires or cables. That means this type of technology uses radio waves or infrared waves. So that means what? This type of technology, like wireless technology, use radio waves and infrared waves. Okay, for example, cell phone is a wireless technology that uses radio waves for transmitting and receiving data. That means cell phone is a wireless technology. It uses radio waves for the data transmission. Okay, so I already mentioned the two waves, like infrared waves and radio waves are used for the data communication in wireless technologies. So let's go to the first topic, infrared communication. So our first topic is infrared communication. In our daily life, many times we use infrared communication. The best example is we use remote. That means remote is used to, or remote control is used to switch on or off the, or control the operation of a TV. So we know. Otherwise, remote control is used in another example. We can control the operation of an AC. So in these two situations, we used remote control, right? So remote control, they used radio waves. Sorry, infrared waves. So the communication between a remote and a TV or an AC, that is a wireless communication, and that uses infrared waves. And nowadays, olden days, some years before, in our computer and mobile phone have a feature that a IR code or infrared interface, IRDA interface, that is used to communicate between two devices. That means using that feature, we can communicate or we can send data between two devices. But there is a problem that the device must lie close to each other, then only we can transmit the data between two devices. So in IR interface or IRDA interface or IR code, there is a feature in some mobile phones that the feature is it is used to communicate between two devices, and the problem is that the devices must lie close to each other, then only we can transmit data between these two devices, right? Okay, but nowadays in our smartphones like Redmi, some smartphones, they have a feature that IR blasters. Have you heard about IR blasters? IR blasters. So this feature means that this feature means that it has the ability, that means the smartphones which include this feature can act as a remote control for operating TV or a set-top box or an AC. So IR blasters means it is a feature we can see in some smartphones, and the smartphones act as a remote control for operating television or a set-top box or an AC. That is the feature of IR nowadays. Okay. Then we know in infrared communication, the devices must lie close to each other. So that communication is known as line of sight. So what is known as line of sight? That means line of sight. Then this is all about infrared communication. So what are the points in infrared communication? It is a wireless technology uses infrared communication means in wireless technology it uses infrared waves, and infrared waves the devices must lie close to each other. Then only we can transmit data between two devices, and the path is known as line of sight. Okay, so example is IR clusters in a feature in smartphones. The smartphones act as a remote control for operating AC or a TV or a set-top box. Alright? Okay. Next is Bluetooth technology. So next is Bluetooth technology. Yes, we are familiar with this technology, that is Bluetooth technology, and we know how to send a file or how to send a song from one device to another using this Bluetooth technology, right? So this Bluetooth technology uses radio waves, short range radio waves. So this Bluetooth technology uses what? Radio waves, because this is a wireless technology and this uses radio waves to communicate between two devices. And this is a wireless technology. It uses radio waves to connect the Bluetooth equipped device to each other. That means the connection between Bluetooth equipped device. Bluetooth equipped device means the device which already built in have a feature a Bluetooth. That is Bluetooth equipped device. So Bluetooth technology means it is a wireless technology. It uses radio waves to connect Bluetooth equipped devices between each other. Okay. Then we know in our system we can pair up with a Bluetooth devices. For example, we can connect a laptop to a mobile phone using Bluetooth technology. We can send data from a mobile phone to a computer using Bluetooth technology. That means we can pair up a system and a mobile phone, or we can pair up a system and a wireless mouse. We can pair up a system and a keyboard, right? So Bluetooth technology means what? It is a wireless technology and it uses short range radio waves, and it is used to communicate Bluetooth equipped devices. So the definition here is Bluetooth technology uses short range radio links to connect and replace the necessity of cables. It enables wireless data communication between Bluetooth enabled devices. So in this type of technology replaces the cables, right? So it is a wireless data communication between Bluetooth equipped devices. Then next is we have discussed about some uses of Bluetooth. So let's see what are the uses of Bluetooth. First use is, and before that we know Bluetooth is a short range radio waves, right? But it is designed only for small sized data transmission. So Bluetooth is a technology which is used for only small sized data transmission. That means we cannot replace wired LAN using a Bluetooth. Wired LAN means what? We can connect the network, or we can create a network in a small range of area, right? That is wired LAN. We already mentioned in our previous classes. But here we cannot replace a wired LAN by a Bluetooth, because wired LAN we can transmit large amount of data, but Bluetooth only short range of distance and short or small amount of data, small size of data transmission. Bluetooth uses for small range of distance and it also transmits small sized data. It is not able to transmit heavy transmission of data or heavy data. Okay, then let's see what are the uses of Bluetooth. First one, we can make a call from a Bluetooth headset that is remotely connected to a cell phone. For example, there is a Bluetooth headset and which is remotely connected to a cell phone nearby. So we can make a call, we can listen music and we can record. Then such type of operations can be done in our Bluetooth headset. That means first use of Bluetooth is we can make call from a headset that is remotely connected to the what? A cell phone. So this cell phone was connected to the Bluetooth headset and we can make a call from a Bluetooth headset, right? And second point is we can eliminate cables linking computers to mouse or computers to keyboards, computers to printers, etc. That means this is a wireless technology, right? So we can eliminate what? Cables or wires. That is the second use. We can eliminate cables linking to computers to mouse or computers to keyboard or computers to printer. So what is the first use? We can make a call from a headset which is connected to a mobile phone, right? And second use is what? We can eliminate the cables linking computers to mouse or computers to keyboards, etc. Third use is hook up MP3 players wirelessly to other machines to download music. That means we can send a music which is played in a device to another devices. We can send music to another devices. We can download it. We send music to another devices. We can send songs to another devices using which technology? Bluetooth technology. Okay. Then fourth one is we can set up a home network so that we can monitor the appliances. That means monitor the air conditioner, oven or children internet surfing. Surfing means internet searching, internet using. So we can set up a home network so that we can monitor the AC or an oven or a children internet surfing. Right? And next use is we can call home from a remote station or remote location and to turn on the application or turn off the application or setting alarm or any other activity. So next point is or what's the other use? We can call home from a nearby location and to turn the applications on or off or to set alarm or any activity. So these are the 5 uses of Bluetooth. So what are the 5 uses? First, we can make a call from a Bluetooth headset that is remotely connected to a cell phone. Second point, we can eliminate cables linking to computers to mouse or a keyboard or a printer. Then we can download or send music to any other devices using this Bluetooth technology. Then fourth one, we can set up a home network so that we can monitor the oven or AC or children's internet surfing. Then fifth point, we can call home from a remote location to turn on applications or turn off applications or set alarm or any other activity. Okay, so these are the uses of Bluetooth. Then next is Wi-Fi technology. W-I-F-I, Wi-Fi technology. Okay. So here Wi-Fi means it is also a wireless communication. We know Wi-Fi. Wi-Fi is a wireless communication technology, right? And first of all, first point is Wi-Fi stands for wireless fidelity. So what is the Wi-Fi? Wi-Fi stands for wireless fidelity and it is the term for high-speed wireless communication or wireless access technology. So Wi-Fi is a term for high-speed wireless access technology and it is a method of connecting Wi-Fi equipped device to each other or Wi-Fi equipped device to LAN or any other internet connection. So what is Wi-Fi? First of all, Wi-Fi stands for wireless fidelity, and it is the term used for high internet wireless access technology. Then it is a method for communicating Wi-Fi equipped device to each other, or a LAN or a internet, that is Wi-Fi. And the only condition that the devices we can connect to a Wi-Fi must in the range of Wi-Fi signal. So what is the condition here? The devices must be in the range of Wi-Fi signal, and also it is a long range radio waves are used. But in Bluetooth technology, short range radio waves are used. So the difference is, in Bluetooth, short range radio waves are used, but in Wi-Fi, long range radio waves are used, right? And in Wi-Fi means, Wi-Fi stands for wireless fidelity, and it is a method for communicating Wi-Fi equipped device to each other. Wi-Fi equipped device means a device which is already an input Wi-Fi feature. So Wi-Fi equipped device to each other, or LAN or internet connection, that is Wi-Fi. Okay, and there is a condition that the devices must lie in the range of a Wi-Fi signal. Okay, then next is hotspot. So next is what? Hotspot. Hotspot means simply the hotspot is the place where we can get maximum or high speed of internet access. Hotspot is the place where we can get high speed internet access. That is, it is zone that is enabled with the high speed internet access. So what is hotspot? Hotspot means it is a zone that enabled high speed internet access. What is a hotspot? Hotspot is a zone that is enabled with the high speed internet access. That means we can get very high speed internet access. And these type of hotspots can be available at public stations. For example, railway station, airport, bus station, etc. We can connect to the hotspot. So that the region we have get high speed internet access. Right? Okay. Then there are some difference between Bluetooth and Wi-Fi. So can you tell me what are the difference between a Bluetooth technology and a Wi-Fi technology? Yes. What are the difference? Both are wireless technologies. Right. Then Bluetooth technology uses short range radio waves, but Wi-Fi is long range radio waves are used. Then both are connected to devices. Then another point. Then it is very slower range of area. What? Bluetooth covers only smaller range of area, but Wi-Fi is a long distance area it is covered. Then next is WiMAX technology. So next is what? WiMAX technology. WiMAX. Okay. WiMAX stands for Worldwide Interoperability Microwave Access. So first of all, WiMAX stands for Worldwide Interoperability Microwave Access. And this is similar to Wi-Fi technology, but this covers an entire city. That means there is a difference between Wi-Fi and WiMAX is, first of all, Wi-Fi is wireless fidelity and WiMAX is worldwide interoperability microwave access. Right? Then there is no difference in speed but difference in distance. That means Wi-Fi and WiMAX are almost same speed, but it differences in distance. That means Wi-Fi it covers about 30 km distance and WiMAX covers about 50 km distance. Right? So there is a difference in distance, not speed. So Wi-Fi is about 30 km and WiMAX covers 50 km. So the increased range of WiMAX is due to the frequencies and power of the transmitter used in this technology. So why the range is greater in WiMAX? Because it is due to the frequencies and power of the transmitter used in the WiMAX technology, right? And it covers an entire city. That means about 50 kilometer range is covered by using WiMAX technology. Okay, what is the difference between Wi-Fi and the WiMAX? Wi-Fi means wireless fidelity, and it is a term used for high internet wireless access technology. Then it is a method for communicating Wi-Fi equipped devices to each other, and it is covers the distance about 30 kilometer. Okay, these are the points about Wi-Fi. Then what are the points in WiMAX? WiMAX is worldwide interoperability microwave access, and this is also similar to Wi-Fi but almost similar to its speed, but it difference in distance. It is about 50 kilometer. And next point is the range is due to the increased range is due to the frequencies and power of the transmitter used in the WiMAX technology. Okay. Then next is GPS. So next point is what? GPS. GPS means global positioning system. Global positioning system. GPS means what? Global positioning system. So first point is GPS stands for Global Positioning System. So this is a system. Which type of system? This is a navigation system used for finding a person or an object in an earth's surface. What is the use of a GPS? GPS is a navigation system and it is used for finding a person or an object in the earth's surface. Right? So this is based on a satellite with a receiver to find the person or an object in the earth's surface. So the definition here is the Global Positioning System GPS is based on satellite and that allows the user with a receiver to determine the precise coordinates of their location of the earth's surface. Then this type of system is formed by the constellation of 24 satellites and their ground station. Constellation means 24 the number of satellites coordinated with their ground station. That means in a GPS system there is a satellite and there is a ground station. So these two are coordinated and that formation is known as constellation. Okay, so this is formed by the constellation of satellites and its ground stations. Right? Then the duty or the job of ground station is to monitor the operational health of satellite and their location. So what is the job of a ground station? It is used to monitor the operational health. Operational health means to detect any others or any operational error. Such type of things can be done by. So it can look or it monitor what ground station monitor or checking the satellites which is worked properly. So ground station duty is to monitor the health of operational health of satellite and also to find the location of the satellite. But in some conditions we can access or we can achieve some range differences. In some weather condition there is a problem in any weather or rain or a large building will act as it reduces the range from the satellite. That means distance, rain, weather or large building will act to reduce the maximum range from satellite. That is the only problem caused by the GPS. So what is a GPS? GPS means Global Positioning System. And it is a which type of system? A navigation system to track the person or the location coordinates of a person or an object in an Earth's surface. And how it is formed? It is formed by the constellation of 24 satellites and their ground stations. Then the ground station duty is to monitor the operational health, that means to check the satellites work properly, to monitor the operational health and check the exact position of the satellite. Okay. Then next is GPS receiver. GPS receiver means the user receiving an equipment is known as GPS receiver. So what do you mean by GPS receiver? GPS receiver means the user receiving an equipment known as GPS receiver. So what do you mean by GPS receiver? The user receiving an equipment. And the duty of the receiver is to process the transmitted signal from the satellite and then to determine the exact position of the user or an object on the Earth's surface. So, the duty or the job of the receiver is to process the signal transmitted from the satellite and then to find the exact position of the object on the Earth's surface, that is GPS receiver. Then let's see what are the uses of GPS. Mainly we know the main use is to track the location of an object, right? And here it is the first positioning system to offer high precise location data of any point in the planet with any conditions. That means it is the first positioning system to offer what? High precise location data in any condition. So let's see what is the application of GPS. We know it is used for, the main use is used for what? Used for tracking a person or an object in an Earth's surface. Then it is also used in variety of applications like including air, land and sea navigation, vehicle tracking, surveying and mapping and asset and natural resource management. So it is used in sea navigation. It is used in variety of applications including air, land and sea navigation, vehicle tracking, then surveying and mapping. Okay. So today what are the things we learned? At first, wireless technology. What do you mean by wireless technology? It is a technology that allows us to communicate with other devices without using any type of cables or wires. An example is cell phone. It uses radio waves for the data transmission. Then it uses two types of waves, infrared waves and radio waves. In infrared communication, that means there is a problem that the devices must lie close to each other, then only we can transmit data from one device to another. Then what do you mean by Bluetooth technology? Bluetooth technology uses short range of radio waves, that is the method to communicate with the Bluetooth equipped devices. Then after that, we discussed some uses of the Bluetooth. Then Wi-Fi technology. Then what do you mean by Wi-Fi technology? Wi-Fi technology means Wi-Fi stands for wireless fidelity and it is the term used for high-speed wireless access technology. It is a method for communicating Wi-Fi equipped device to each other on internet. Then next we have discussed hotspot. Then what is hotspot? Hotspot means a hotspot is a zone that is enable the network, that maximum network access, that is high speed internet access. Then after that we discussed WiMAX technology. It is a technology standard for long range wireless networking and there are also some difference between wireless and WiMAX, Wi-Fi and WiMAX. That means not it's about speed but it's about distance. Wi-Fi is about 30 km and WiMAX is about 50 km due to the frequencies and power of the transmitter. Then after that we discussed GPS. The GPS stands for Global Positioning System, that it is based on a satellite that allows the user to determine the exact position of an object or a person in an Earth's surface. Then after that we discussed some uses of GPS. The main use we know is the navigation system for tracking an object in the Earth's surface. And also there are some applications including air, sea, that is surveying, mapping, then vehicle tracking, etc. So that's for today. We will continue next class.